playing.
Right.
Rom is in that coach role, yeah. Sorry, I can see game chat and you can't, so it's a bit unfair. But yeah, Robin Nasty is going to be playing. Rom just trying to get in that spectate role so that he can coach the team. And
that makes more sense as well, because I kind of wondered where Rom was in the previous game, because I knew obviously with the lineup. So he's sort of taking that step back in more of a coach role, which is good. You can provide that tactical aspect where you've also got a lot of high-octane sort of impact fraggers in this lineup. So in a mix as well, it works very well. But getting into it, Joe, let's see if it will affect the pistol around here.
we'll have to see if that is going to be the case, to be honest. Orgless doing a fantastic job on the first map. We'll see if they're going to be able to replicate that success moving on forwards. But it's going to be Thomas on the scene. But immediately just gets shut down by these terrorists. Nerdrage, they've pretty much taken complete control. Smooya is going to answer though with a nice little headshot onto Samwell. And Leffy as well coming in from the side using that USP to great effect at max range. And Liam's and Caspian suddenly become the last two terrorists remaining.
Good so far. Obviously left in a 3 versus 2 retake. They find their way back on towards the bomb site and they're trying to hold back this push that's coming out. Robin Nasty will take down Liam. INC will fall. And it just comes down to Caspian now. Left all on his lonesome, waiting for the right time to face. But Robin Nasty just has the spam into the smoke to take him down. They don't have the kit, but Leffy's on it. I believe they have the defuse here as well. So Orgless should get the first round. Actually, not enough time. So Nerdrage are going to pick it up.
And that was the thing. It was purely down to team-based play from Orgless there. One of them went for the defuse, one of them went to spray through the smoke, but unfortunately, they hadn't quite got there quick enough, and it does mean that it is going to be a round going the way of Nerdrage Pro. So a good start for our terrorist squad. And Nerdrage, you know, after that first game, they're going to be needing that pistol round just to build morale for the team, to boost that mentality a little bit. Smooya going to be coming into this round with a scout, so we'll see what he's going to be able to achieve with that sniper rifle. Thomas going to be the first one to go down though. Leffy finding a nice little headshot onto Cynic as well.
Yeah, obviously the scout can be a very damaging weapon if used in the right hands in sort of the roles as well. So they are actually doing fairly effective damage right now. Nerdrage left with just 3 members. They're battered and bruised. Look how low Caspian is already. Samwell trapped on a B bomb site with YNC here, just spamming away with that CZ. This could do an awful lot of damage if he can actually find this frag. Struggling, but Samwell will best him. Brings it back into a 3 versus 3 situation. But the rotate here could be cut off massively by Robin Nasty. He spots now HVM, is able to punish him up on short. Smoothie is going to say hello to Samwell as he runs in point blank with a scout and takes him down. It falls to Caspian.
Yeah, Robin Nasty going to be charging on forward and just spins around with the deagle. Happily finishes off Caspian. And that's going to be Orgless bringing themselves back into this map. Already 1-1. Is going to be the score, and Nerdrage, they've got no money to work with whatsoever. They can force up if they really want to, but I don't really think it's worth the risk. Check out Leffy right now. Auto shotgun in hand, this guy is not messing around.
Yeah, the auto shot has come out. Definitely an interesting decision. I wonder what he's going to be able to bring to the table with that. If you run up in close range, it can actually pack a bit of a punch. You rack up an awful lot of money, obviously, as well, so could be spicy. Robin Nasty is going to be the main point of defense, though, as everyone tries to take that long control. He's in a good angle, rattling away. We'll find the headshot on towards HVM, takes him down. Can he get more as he bides his time, going for these small peaks, the small edges out, waiting. We'll spook them a little bit with that flashbang as well. You can see terrified. They're quaking in their boots, waiting to try and get this control of Long. Even if they get past him, Smoothie now arriving on the scene, and they have to try and get past Leffy with that auto shot.
This has been a solid defense over towards Long. Liam S hiding in the corner, but will get found out, and that's the bomb down as well. Samwell with just a Tech 9 to work with. If he can find a headshot, maybe something could happen, but Smooya says no and finishes off the round in style. Very, very solid round coming out from Orgless there, especially from Smooya, finding 3 headshots for himself. And it is going to mean the score is now 2-1. And it means that Nerdrage, they've got a long way to go to pull themselves back into this one. With just the Glocks in hand, it's looking like 3-1 should be on the cards for Orgless.
Yeah, this really should be them picking this up. Smooya as well could go massive here as he jumps down. The spray down coming in. Smooya with 4 kills and 5. The porn star finished to shut it out. Beautiful stuff from the man there.
Wow, I mean, that's how you do an eco bash, right? Pull out the AK, spray them down as they roll through the tunnel, and then finishes the last one off with his pistol. First kill with a high explosive as well, no less. And what a beautiful round for Smooya. We were just saying how he'd been having a fantastic start and doubles his score in a single round. Fantastic stuff from that CT player. But now Nerdrage, they're going to have some AKs of their own. Well, saying that, HVM, he's already lost his. But he's going to be traded by LMS.
Battering down Smooya. Revenge for the previous round as he lands that shot into his cranium. Into the 4-on-4, Robin Nasty pops out though. He's had enough of this reign of terror as he fires in and will eliminate Cynic. Unfortunately, it's short-lived. Caspian, who was able to get the revenge frag, and they regroup and start to make their push towards that B bomb site. And look at the weapon that YNC has here to try and defend this. That measly MP9 isn't going to be the best SMG capable to really hold this back, so it will be a struggle. Has to try and get the drop on. I mean, really as well, he needs at least one frag to buy his teammates time to rotate, and he can't get it. Samuel will eliminate him with the AK, so left in a 2 versus 3 right now. This is going to be such an awkward round for Orgless.
3 versus 2, and you're absolutely right. In terms of it being an awkward round, it's going to be Thomas with an AK. If he can find some good shots, and he will do so, makes it into an even setup right now. 2 versus 2. And actually, the 2 terrorist players aren't on the site just yet, but in fact, I'm telling complete porkies as LMS is hidden away in that corner. I thought it was over towards Connector. But it's going to be Thomas. With the AK, maybe he can make something happen. Actually going to tap the bomb here. And it's unfortunately going to get peeked by both players at the same time. LMS finds himself a hat-trick. It's going to be a round going the way of Nerdrage, which means we're getting closer to an even scoreline once more.
Yeah, Nerdrage as well with the AKs coming out across the board. Everyone whipping those Kalashnikovs out. They have an awful lot to play with it as well. But the AWP has been donned on Smooya, so it's going to be cool to see what he can bring. Also going very aggressive towards mid. There could actually be that first point of contact off the back of Smooya here, as he's in that elevated angle trying to find the frag, but no one will be there just yet. They have actually slipped past and working their way towards long. Look at this from Cynic as well, as they slowly scout it out, try and push the boundary, see how far they can take this. Smooya's repositioned towards long as well, trying to get that information, but no one's going to be on the receiving end of his AWP just yet. Robin Nasty playing around toilets as they push their way up, will be forced to fall back, but this does mean Smooya at least will be aware of this and can try and pinch it from the sidelines if need be.
Yeah, well, almost a minute into the round now. Neither team actually managing to achieve anything so far. Thomas so close to finding the frag there, but couldn't actually connect his bullets and did get tagged through the plywood himself. But a little bit of an undecided push from Nerdrage. They are slowly but surely trending towards this A site though. I think that might be the decision in the end, as Robin Nasty trying to back away. Liam S does spot him out there, but he's going to be able to get away with his life still. Liam S finally the first person to go down this round, and it's going to be traded straight back. 2 for 1 so far in favour of Orgless. They're looking to defend this site with a steel fist, but it's going to be Smooya actually finishing one off in the back of the head with the pistol. 2 versus 1 now as Caspian is left to kind of think about what he actually wants to do with this round, whether he wants to decide maybe that the B site is the place to go.
Yeah, he's there at least. He will get that bomb down, if anything. And the retake from Thomas and YNC is still going to be quite limited as well. They have that one flashbang and the kit, but times are going to be tough. And Caspian, if he gets the drop on him, eliminates one and actually turns it into a 1 versus 1, there's still a whole lot of possibility. Unfortunately for him, will get caught down by YNC as he sprints in, takes the combat, and will best him.
Yeah, absolutely does. It's going to be Thomas that will finish this round off as he bounces around before he actually wants to go for the defuse here. I think just showing off the fact that he has got a defuse kit. But it is going to be YNC that manages to grab himself an AWP going on into this round. So it is in fact Thomas buying his teammate time there to go find that expensive weaponry, and it means that Orgless get themselves yet another little advantage here in Nerdrage. Nerdrage once again falling slightly behind. They're just going to be able to go for some slightly upgraded pistols.
Now, we can't count them out though, as we know how damaging they can actually be with these absolute hand cannons in their back pocket. Smooya, he found success when he went for this peek towards backstecks earlier on in the game. Will he be able to find one this time around? Unfortunately not. They aren't going to take the fight towards him. They will just be holding out. And everyone is grouping up, ready to go in for the play towards the B bomb site. Cynic as well, such a beautiful opener as he lands the headshot on towards Thomas. Lefty will start to hold it back though, that front line infantry, as he comes in with one frag, wants to double it up, but he's struggling to land the shots, and Liam will take him down. Smooya raining damage in from above though, and YNC also coming into the fold as he shuts down HMV. It rides on Cynic and Liam S here as they've slipped their way onto the site. They get the bomb planted, but YNC coming in for the flank, unfortunately can't quite commit to it. Couldn't take down Cynic. He receives the deagle damage and gets taken down.
And now it's 2 versus 2 on this site as the AWP comes on in. Smooya, the last man remaining, but he's up against Cynic. 7 HP and a deagle in hand. It's enough if he can land the shots, but he's blinded. And Smooya is sneaking his way around the pillar. They're playing Ring Around the Roses. But I think Cynic is going to go down to the no-scope, takes his head clean off, and will be able to get the defuse. What a play from Smooya. Hat-trick for him, and another round in the bag for Orgless.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one way to shut that down. It's such a risky little play there as well. I'm not sure if like the call was made at all. Unaware that he was so low HP at that point. Goes for the no-scope with the AWP. He just absolutely had to, and it comes up big. Big win, Joe. Big win. Huge
win right there for Smooya specifically. Had he known the HP, maybe he would have just gone for the pistol, but in the end, even with the risk in play, gets mad amounts of style points for that kill right there. And it's going to be a quick play here, coming out from Nerdrage on towards this B site. They've got AKs to work with, and they're going to make sure that they count. HVM gets one straight onto Thomas to open things up, and Liam S is going to get taken down by YNC, but immediately that's capitalized on, and the bomb is going to go down. Already Nerdrage making a huge impact in this round, but here's Robin Nasty coming in from the side, mows down 2, and suddenly Nerdrage are at a disadvantage.
He left with just 2 players, HVM and Caspian. It's not really too fantastic at all. The smokes are going to go in as they hold their ground. Leffy pushing his way up towards the bomb site, wants to try and grump on it now to force them to go for the peak, or at least give away their positions. They spam through that smoke. Looks like he might actually be able to get the straight commit on the defuse. Will do so, and they pick it up. Another round going the way of Orgless. Their CT side defense looking very good right now, and look at the effect that is knocked on towards Nerdrage. They will be able to get a buyout if they want to squeeze around, distribute the weapons, but it's looking shaky. That Akash starting to get into a situation not too fantastic for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And Orgless, they're going on a little bit of a spree here. And so far this game, we've had Nerdrage managing to win one, and then Orgless immediately triple that. And then Nerdrage once again managed to win one, and then suddenly the score gets triple. Robin Nasty going to get traded immediately at the start of this round. A rifle kill for a rifle kill, and it means that we're playing a 4v4 game mode now, boys and girls. Orgless, though, an advantage still, as they've got the AWP in the hands of Smooya.
Yeah, it's true indeed, as he just waits out, seeing if there is going to be any pushes coming his way, focusing right now towards Party. No one has gone for that mid control though. They are slipping their way back around towards the B bomb site, so really it rides on that B site defense. Are they going to be able to find these frags? It is a struggle.
Well, Thomas disagrees. He's not struggling at all as he finds one for himself. YNC can't quite chime in, but 13 HP left on Samuel is going to mean that he's not going to be holding on to life for much longer, and it's going to be Thomas, the one that finishes him off. 2 versus 2 now, but Thomas is on a bit of a spree and finishes off yet another player. Liam S now, he's all on his lonely lonesome. He's got an AK, but that's not going to be nothing compared to the AWP in the hands of Smooya. And Orgless just running away with this one now. 7 rounds in the bag as we head into the 10th round of the game. They're looking to have a dominant first half.
Yeah, this is just crazy. Just round after round of just all-out, complete, just madness from Orgless. They've just owned it entirely. I mean, Nerdrage, it looks like they have no answer to it. And Smooya, we've been wanting to see him go for this play where he just charges out mid and finds the opener. Smooya! What? This man is insane! Frag after frag of just domination. Unreal with the AWP there.
Completely unnecessary as well. I've got to say, that was against an eco, but he just charges out with his AWP, takes the pistols in close range. This is what we were talking about, Orgless, with just the ridiculous plays that are completely unnecessary. But it pays off huge this time. Smooya picking himself up highlight reel after highlight reel, and Nerdrage just left thinking, what went wrong?
This is just absolutely insane. I mean, yeah, beautiful stuff. Just round after round of domination has been coming out from him. He's been taking that aggression. I wanted to see this hyper-aggression on display. There's the auto shotty on Leffy as well, trying to spice it up a little. The comedic value coming in as he finds these frags and just takes them down. Nerdrage, they have got to be at an all-time low right now. They are just getting punished. No answer at all. They have not been given anything to work with.
I want Leffy to get the kill. No, unfortunately he doesn't get to get the hat trick with his auto shotty. And honestly, I feel like Orgless at this point, they're just playing to tilt Nerdrage. That's the life goal right now of Leffy as he's running with that auto shot, he's still going to be holding on to that one. He's got $9,000, but he doesn't care. He wants to just keep on raining fire at his opponents with that shotgun. Caspian is going to have an AWP now, so at least there's some weaponry to work with for Nerdrage. They've got a decent buy behind him. And HVM is going to start the round off right for his team. So at least something is going right for Nerdrage. They've still got a long way to go.
They make their way up their onslaught. There's a slow walk of shame towards the A bomb site. They find that initial frag, but they still need to do so much more into the round. And Smooya, with that angle covered as well, you have to try and get past someone that has been ridiculously on point right now. But look at him. He's proving he's mortal as he comes out with these whiffs, but it doesn't matter as Lefty comes into the fold, takes them down, hammering away on Mouse 1 to find that fragments with Caspian. But Smooya is causing havoc as he just eliminates everyone. Another quad kill, round after round.
Smooya he's on 4 times anyone's kills on the enemy team, almost at least. If I could do maths, he would be. But he is just on an absolute tear this game. The rest of his team is just left in his wake. The only other player is Robin Nasty that's able to get anywhere close to his scoreline. Smooya, multiple rounds just single-handedly tearing apart the lineup of Nerdrage and just obliterating any resemblance of morale that was left among this squad. Lefty as well, just charging around with his auto shotgun, taking heads and taking names. He's got no cares in the world right now. As Liam S charges through, he's got a pistol to work with. He's trying to do a bit of damage to the economy, but it's just not going to happen. And Leffy this time, the one with a 4K, using that auto shot. He's maxed out on dollar, but he's not giving up this shotgun.
Thomas as well, going to be going for the auto sniper buy here. It's coming out. This is just ridiculous. I'm not sure if the Fat Controller would be happy with that, Joe.
The Fat Controller would be livid in this kind of scenario. But then again,
Percy wouldn't do this.
Oh, of course Percy wouldn't. He's goody two-shoes.
Smoothie,
Gordon, however, Gordon, that guy, he's off the rails.
Absolutely madman. I thought that was going to be huge, by the way, though, as he lined them up. Everyone was in his crosshairs with that auto sniper. All he would have to do was just rain down on Mouse 1. Could have racked up a few frags, but Nerdrage, finally, they've actually found a bit of an answer, Joe. They've worked their way towards the bomb site. They've done a good job. They've dispatched 3 members to the side of Orgless.
Yeah, I gotta say, Auto Director was just taking me through a journey there as HVM just sailed through the A site and just took heads left, right, and center. Just single-handedly took control of the situation. Or I suppose it's the B site rather than the A site, but neither here nor there. He's still tearing teams apart. And that is going to be a final headshot coming across for Cynic. Nerdrage, they get another round on the board. That's a 3rd one for them now. I feel like it's too little too late at this stage, though. This is far too late into the half for a proper comeback. Even if they get another round off the back of this, they're still going to be 11-4 going into the second half.
Russian coming out. Leffy this time around is going to don the AWP. We talk about that. 3 members donning the AWP, and then one of them on the Negev as well. But Caspian proves that he's got no time for imitators as he takes down Leffy. Absolutely annihilates him there, ripping his way through him with that railgun towards mid. Oh, HVM. A little bit hot there. A bit warm.
Yeah, getting a bit toasty, that one, but he will get away with his life. Just a little bit crispy around the edges. The bomb going to be left over towards spawn as they've managed to take an advantage, taking out Leffy here. But they're still deciding where they actually want to go with this one. There's still going to be 2 CTs on either site at this stage. But as I say that, it's going to be Smooya going down, which really starts to open this map up for this team. Thomas actually gets a tag there, but can't actually finish off the frag. It's going to be Caspian, though, who's not messing around this round. He's had 2 nice little shots using that sniper. And now it's all about the A site, ladies and gentlemen, as they start to push on in. The 2 defenders remaining going to be Robin Nasty and YNC, and we'll see whether this Negev is going to be able to do the work. Apparently not, though.
All falls down to YNC. What can he actually achieve here? Right now he can't see anything. It's just smoke all over his screen as he tries to get up and close to the action. All spot out, but unfortunately for him, good old Prince Caspian there, still defending Narnia. We'll find that frag on towards YNC.
Yeah, and I mean, out of nowhere, 2 flawless rounds for Nerdrage, but to some extent, I feel like Orgless were not really taking those last few rounds serious.
I don't know what gave you that
I don't
idea,
know why. I don't know why I've got that feeling. Maybe it was the Negev, maybe it was the auto sniper, maybe it was the auto shotgun. Who knows? But it certainly didn't feel like they were giving it their all. Nerdrage do scavenge a couple of rounds off the back of it though, and maybe they can convert that into something moving into this second half. Hopefully they can win the pistol. They can actually turn this into something. But Orgless, to be honest, have been doing fantastically when it comes to those pistol rounds. And any pistol round that they've lost, they've immediately dethroned Nerdrage in the second round of the game.
Yeah, it's true. And as much as we know Nerdrage can be very proficient on their pistol rounds, it still seems like Orgless have been a lot better in terms of just overall capability when it's come down to it, especially when we get into these second half pistol rounds. They just annihilated it on Cash, and it'd be a shame to see it, but I just hope Nerdrage can come back, because if not, you know, Orgless, obviously, they're just going to rip their way through them very quickly here.
Well, there's only one way to find out if Nerdrage are going to be able to get back on the horse and find their way into this game, but they have been spotted as they head over towards this A site. HVM going to be watching over towards Long. In fact, he's not even sure where he needs to look because he's fully blinded at this stage, but he's going to have a little bit of time to recuperate before the fight goes off, and he finds the first headshot of the round, but it's traded immediately. 2 for 1 now in favour of Nerdrage, and they're starting to make an impact here as Orgless are like a small wave on the shore right now, and Nerdrage pretty much building a dam on that A side.
Like an angry beaver.
Exactly like an angry beaver. You could say like a raging beaver.
I'll touch your raging beaver.
You wish, mate. You wish.
Samuel attempts to do just that though as he tries to fire back. Gets a nice tag off, but unfortunately can't quite convert into the frag just yet. But YNC is going to teach him how to do so. Takes down Prince Caspian. But here comes Liams and Samuel to shut it back and actually get that first pistol round. This is what we wanted to see. Those crisp one-taps coming out from these USPs, and they're going to get that defuse.
That was a sick little headshot from Samuel at the end there as well. It was basically looking nowhere near and just flicked the crosshair up and takes him straight under the chin. Nice little bullet coming out from him. And it is going to mean that Nerdrage, they get a 5th round, and more importantly, they win this pistol. And let's see if they go for that risky kind of full SMG buy-up. They have got 3 for themselves as well as a FAMAS. But Cynic, he's going to go for a FAMAS as well. So hopefully they play these range battles, but the Deagles are coming out here for Orgless, and we've seen how terrifying Deagles can be when they're in the hands of these two teams.
Just spamming away right now, trying to find whatever they can, possibly get an opener. Orgless as well, it's the same sort of, you know, the shoes on either foot when it comes down to the fact, can these teams achieve anything on these rounds when they don't have rifles? Definitely both of them can. They're very, very useful when it comes down to making do with whatever they have. You can see the amount of damage already transferred over onto the Nerdrage squad as well here from Orgless. They're by no means out of the fight just yet. And this is a cheeky little boost actually coming out as well, where you can see Smooya boosting the elevated angle. He can bide his time here. He doesn't have to go for the frags if he can't line it up, but at least they've got that extra information now. They're aware of how many players are towards that B bomb site, and when they go for the convergence now on strike, it's going to make their lives a little bit easier. But not when Caspian and Samuel are just ripping your way through you.
That is going to be an issue for them. Lefty, though, finds a tasty little headshot with his Deagle, and he's found himself an SMG to boot. We'll see if there's anything he can actually achieve with that one. Robin Nasty actually is picked up a FAMAS, so, you know, these two players from Orgless, they could go and try and be more aggressive in this round, but realistically, it might just be better for them to hold on to those weapons and take them on into the next round. Go for maybe a force bite and try to challenge Nerdrage moving forwards. But looks like they are going to try and finish off this round in the end. Pushing forward with that FAMAS, and in fact it's going to be Robin Nasty finding a headshot for himself.
Yeah, beautiful stuff coming out there from Robin Nasty as he takes him down. Now it's left on Samuel and Liam S. As they make their way on towards the bomb site, it's got to be snappy. They can grab that bomb, but they need to get it planted, and it's not going to happen. Punished. Leffy gets taken down, and there you have it. Another round going the way of Nerdrage, but the money has been wired into the accounts of the Orgless members. The delivery has been made, Joe. It's there, next day delivery, and they are ready to rumble with these AK-47s.
The miracle of PayPal right there. Instant payments coming on through for Orgless. Not a sponsor, by the way.
Other brands of
other banks or money transfer services are available.
Yeah.
AK's coming into play anyway, is the point we're trying to make here. Orgless actually getting taken out to start with. Leffy, the first one to drop to the hands of the UMP, coming from HVM. Not that UMPs even have hands, but it is going to mean that it's 5 versus 4 in favor of Nerdrage.
This is a good way to start it off, though. It's obviously Thomas, basically as good as dead. Almost been shut down. So it's not great for Orgless. They have to try and take it slow as well. They can't go as overly confident as they would have done in the past because of this. And they just slowly tiptoe their way around. They have to clear all these angles, bide their time, try and get themselves back into an equal situation at the very least right now.
Slow round coming out from Orgless here. I think they know that they're in a little bit of trouble here. They're not actually as far ahead as they were. Only 5 rounds up at this point, so if they're not careful, they could lose this lead pretty simply. They are going to be able to get this bomb down, though, so good news coming out for the Orgless players. And if they can find a couple of headshots, they might be in good stead here. But Smooya suddenly finds himself to be the last man remaining against 3 CTs here. Finds himself a new AK. Didn't like his old one. It's all about the skin to win, and the spray nearly came through at the end there. Liam S does finish him off in the end, but could have been beautiful. All 3 players lined up, and they nearly got the hat trick. But Smooya, in the end, couldn't quite finish him off.
That's crazy. That would have been such a ridiculous play if he was actually able to get that final frag. Really down to the wire stuff there, but great for Nerdrage. They're able to hold on, resetting the economy of Orgless once more as well. So they're back onto these measly pistols. Very, very underwhelming firearms compared to what we have on the side of Nerdrage in their inventories.
Well, everybody milling around this B site to start with, and in fact it's going to be a very quick push coming out from Orgless. I think they know on this pistol round there's no reason to mess around. They're just going to try and go for what they can, but they don't even get a single kill so far. Leffy, the last man standing. He's got a Desert Eagle, maybe he can find a headshot, but no, he just gets himself domed through the smoke in the end. And they get that one out of the way, and suddenly Orgless are only 3 rounds ahead. They need to dig deep here and actually find themselves a little bit of a winning streak of their own, because Nerdrage have come back into this map. It was 11-4 at half-time, and now Nerdrage, they found themselves getting close to equalizing things, just 3 rounds down, but the loss bonus is stacking up for Orgless, and it means they've gone for a full buy here. It's going to be Smooya starting things off, and he gets a second one as well. Smooya, what are you doing as he gets the third? Smooya is not messing around, and he wants to bring Orgless home on this one.
This is mental. The complete reverse of what he was doing on the CT side as well. Just domination. This man's a one-man army. You can just walk in anywhere, take all the names and shut it down. Single-handedly winning rounds right now for Orgless.
And when you look at the scoreboard as well, it's very clear that that's the case. He's on 28. The top fragger for Nerdrage is on 14. Literally double his opponent's scores. This guy is just a tear this game, and he has been. It's the second he gets that up. We've not seen as much crazy stuff out of Smooya when it comes to the AK. Obviously, he did have that round where he just mowed through the entire team, but aside from that one highlight, it's not really been about his rifling. It's been all about this sniper play, and he's just been pinpoint accurate regardless of the range.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. He shouldn't have got away with any of those frags after the first one. He should have been killed. Yet somehow he's living it. He's living it, Joe. Live the dream.
Be Smooya, live the dream. That can be his motto from now, but it is going to mean that Orgless, they found themselves around, and obviously they do put themselves in that dangerous position of, if they lose this one, they are going to get reset. There is a bit of a buffer here for the side of Nerdrage, so they're going to be able to go for the rebuy. This is a very dicey round for both of these teams, because, you know, Nerdrage can't afford to let Orgless get on a spree right now. They can't afford to lose any rounds whatsoever. But when you look at Orgless, it's all about the economy. They can't afford to be reset. So this round should be down to the wire. And Smooya, if ever there's a time to go Super Saiyan, it is now.
Makes his way in towards the B-bomb site. Luckily, his teammates also dealing the damage. They do take down Samuel, but they begin to fall. The cracks starting to form on the surface. Can they hold it together? Will they be able to bandage the situation? Smooya comes back in as he shuts down HVM, and it goes into a 3 versus 3. 6 players left standing on the battlefield. The bomb has been transferred over. They need to try and secure things now. They have a little bit of a lull, a small segment of silence in the battlefield, and Smooya is trying to keep that flame going. 2 frags on the board right now. He's hungry for more, waiting for the peaks to come his way as they begin to get it planted, hoping that someone is going to peek into him to make their lives just that little bit easier. As we can see him come round a second, as he saw his Caspian come in front of his crosshair, and he was instantly on him already. This is just mental. The reaction's nearly with just a random shot. They're just shut down the no-scope from Smooya to shut down Liam. What is this?
Smooya, the ridiculous flick as well. Like a millimeter of his elbow was showing, and immediately the crosshair baffles across the screen, and then the no-scope halfway across the site to finish the round. Smooya is just doing obscene things. I don't even know what to say about this player right now. This is how you get in the Premiership, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know how to put on a show, watch Smooya. This guy is obscene.
Oh, the tag as well to start off this round. Gets himself very low, and then the wall bang. Why not? You might as well have it for free. You've had everything else anyway, and that's another round out of the bag. Orgless, at this point, they're just walking in and saying, we'll just take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Nerdrage just left to wonder what on earth went wrong. They were on a nice little win spree for themselves. They had 4 rounds on the trot, and then Smooya happened, is the answer right there. Smooya actually 7 kills off dropping a 40 bomb. And to be quite honest, the way he's been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if he managed to get 7 kills across the next 2 rounds. But certainly feels like Orgless are well on the way to a victory here. But Nerdrage aren't going to go down just yet. Cynic does manage to open this one up for his team. These CTs aren't going to just go out without a fight. Liam S is going to drop, though, in the end after getting a nice little grenade. Does a fair bit of damage to his enemies. Samuel going to finish off one of those players.
Absolutely crazy stuff right now. He's going to go for the flashbang through the smoke here. Easy frag for him as he lines up one, turns it into the double kill as well, takes down HVM, and it all rides on Cynic here. Smooya, round after round, of just absolute domination coming out for the side of Orgless. This has just been mental. Cynic has had enough of the Reign of Terror, though, wants to try and bring it back into a little bit more of a manageable situation, takes down Thomas, but he's still got to do so much more. Smooya with the random shot, trying to connect it, isn't going to happen. Here comes the flank from behind from Leffy, going to say peekaboo, and takes him down as he spreads his cranium all over the floor.
Well, Orgless on 15 rounds now, and they are looking to finish things out if they can. Match point coming on through, and look at the cash they've got to play with. 2 players on 10,000, and the rest still very comfortably able to rebuy. It's a pretty unconvincing force on the other side here, as Nerdrage are grasping at straws. Liam S gets full blinded on the site as Thomas takes him down. It's going to be Smooya pushing on through Connector. He's looking to rejoin his team. Throws a no-scope through the wall just in case his luck is unlimited. Actually gets taken out in this one. It's 2 versus 2. But HVM suddenly finds himself alone with just a CZ. It's not looking great for this player.
No, outnumbered and outgunned. The Arsenal on the side of Orgless is a lot better. HVM is just going to have to try and wait it out. Has to use that utility. That's his only lifeline. The only thing that sets him apart from what he actually has right now as he makes this push up. Actually upgrades to the AK-47, tries to find the shot, but it isn't meant to be. 16-8. Both of those games in the same fashion. Orgless, dominant play.